tried to do in the book was to show people where to get access to the best information. I mean, it's all out there and it's free.
Right.
The problem is that there's so much information on the internet, no one knows where to look.
Right.
And so I think there's probably 3 lessons from that. Mm-hmm. The first one is that if you try and make decisions based on your gut, you will fail. Mm-hmm. Secondly, if you try and ask your mates or the estate agent or your banker, you will also fail. You have to have a system in place. And quite frankly, one system is not much better than another system. It's just you need a system.
Right.
Put the data in, and then it'll give you a much better analysis and help you make the right decision. So, to come back to your question, do I believe in macroeconomics? Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Do I believe there's only one scenario? No. Mm-hmm. Because we've all been sideswiped in our investment strategies. Things change overnight that we can't control. Mm-hmm. And probably the best lesson I ever got taught was by my uncle when I was about 20 years old. And he said to me, he's a very successful stockbroker. Mm-hmm. Hates real estate, by the way. So we've always had a debate about those two industries. But he said to me, Scott, work out what your worst case scenario is. And if you can manage your worst case scenario, then everything else is upside.
Yeah, take care of the downside and the upside will take care of itself.
What do most people do? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's amazing. But if interest rates go up like 0.25%, bankrupt. You know what I mean? It's really interesting for us.
I agree with that. I've often said the great thing about entrepreneurs is they fall in love with their ideas. And the problem with entrepreneurs is that they fall in love with their ideas. and what you're talking about is having sort of an independent, more rational system to make decisions with, as compared to saying, I'm excited, I love this idea, it's going to work, and not having the supporting data under it. Is the majority of your business activities right now still in real estate, or where do you spend most of your time?
So I like to play at the intersection of technology and real estate.
Okay.
So when you ask, am I in real estate? Very much so. Mm-hmm. Am I in technology? Very much so. Mm-hmm. And so I believe that, I call it the 4 Ps. Mm-hmm. You've got people, you've got profit, you've got property, and you've got purpose. Okay. And I tend to play at the intersection of those 4 things. And why do I say that? Well, at the end of the day, the real estate industry is a people game. Mm-hmm. Most people think that they invest in property. They don't. Mm-hmm. They invest in partners. Mm-hmm. And so it's a people game. Mm-hmm. And then when you marry together that with technology, the real estate industry is one of the oldest and most archaic industries in the world. Mm-hmm. And it's very localized. Mm-hmm. Now, what does technology do? Well, it changes that. It really is starting to disrupt this industry. And it's taking a localized industry and it's providing a global trusted framework that people can participate within. And so for me, you add that to purpose, and that's where it starts to get exciting.
So where's your purpose in all this?
Where's the purpose?
Yours personally.
Sure. So when I wrote the book, I did the maths. Mm-hmm. Now, growing up in South Africa, here in North America, a lot of people talk about the wealth gap and they talk about income inequality and how bad it is and, et cetera, et cetera. Honestly, if you want my opinion, I don't think anyone here actually really knows what it really is. Okay, and why do I say that? Because, someone who supposedly lives here in poverty in America most often still has a house and probably has cable TV and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. Whereas for me, growing up in Africa, the wealth gap really is, we live in one of those countries where the gap is probably widest almost anywhere in the world. Mm-hmm. And so you live in people certainly live in spectacular wealth, and you've got spectacular poverty, like literally over the fence type thing. And so for me growing up, that's always been something I've been very aware of. You can't not be aware of it. Mm-hmm. And so you say, why do I get out of bed? What's my purpose? Well, when I wrote the book, I did the maths, and 12.9% of the world's population has access to property, about 1 billion people. And so we sat back and we said, well, why can't we double that? Mm-hmm. Why can't we help more people get access? And what people don't know is that 49% of the world's wealth is held in property. Now let's look at this wealth gap. Okay, why is it getting worse? Is it because certain people aren't earning enough money? Mm-hmm. It's got nothing to do with that. It's because the top 1% are investing in better assets than the 99%. It's a fact. Mm-hmm. And again, 49% of real estate is owned, so 49% of wealth is in real estate. Mm-hmm. Now, why are they saying it's like he who owns the land is king? I mean, everyone knows this stuff. It's not, I'm not telling you stuff you don't know. But what people don't know is the limited access. Mm-hmm. And what I love about technology, I called an Uber here today. Mm-hmm. Before Uber turned up, how many people had a private driver? Well, only the top 1%.
Right.
Simple. Now that you've got Uber, most of us that have a smartphone have access to a private driver. So why can't we do the same with real estate?